Good evening. My name is Greg Roush, and I'm the principal at Western Hills High School. It is with great pride and my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 commencement ceremony. I would like to take a few moments to introduce those that are on the stage with me at this time. If you would wave or stand when your name is called. To my left, we have Superintendent Mark Cobb. We have members of the board, Miss Natalie Lyle, Board Chair, Miss Belinda Henson, Mr. Chuck Fletcher, Mr. Larry Perkins. We also have Assistant Superintendents, Ms. Charla Six and Mr. John Fields. To my right, we have Assistant Principals, Ms. Lori Link and Mr. Mike Sowers, and our guidance counselors, Ms. Amanda Cook and Mr. Scott Shepard. I'd like to take a second to recognize the faculty, but before I have them stand, I want to say that this is a year, unbeknownst to any years we've ever had. And I can't say enough about our staff getting us to the point we are today. We had many staff members teaching virtually with a computer in front of them to the right, students to the left. It was an unknown year. And so at this time, if faculty and staff, if you would please rise to be recognized. Also, when Mr. Kopp got here years ago, he brought in this theme, One Team FCS, and I can't tell you how appreciative I am of that concept, especially this year. We had bus drivers delivering hot spots and meals. We had instructional aides doing wellness checks. We had people doing stuff that they've never done before to get us through this COVID year. So if you're in the audience and you're a staff member, whether you drive a bus, clean the floors, custodians, bus drivers, whatever. If you're a staff member of Franklin County Schools, please stand and let's give them a round of applause as well. Thank you so much. Especially on this Memorial Day, we cannot go without recognizing our first responders and our service members. At this time, if you are an active or retired service member or you're a student in the class of 2021 getting ready to serve our country, would you please stand and let's give them a round of applause. I personally thank you for your service, and I think it's only appropriate during a Memorial Day weekend that we take a moment of silence to recognize those that not only gave the ultimate sacrifice, but obviously cannot be with us here today. So let's take a moment of silence and recognize those that have fallen. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, due to restrictions in COVID, we don't have a live chorus or a live band, but we got just the second best thing, and we have the recorded version. So at this time, we will now hear No One Is Alone from Into the Woods, pre-recorded by the Western Hills Chorus and directed by Miss Meredith Goins.
Many students are wearing various stoles and cords indicating membership in different organizations. In your program, you will find an explanation of the significance of the various cords and stoles. 84 of our current graduates have maintained exceptional grade point averages throughout their high school careers. These students are wearing stoles to signify this honor. At this time, I would like to give them special recognition for their hard work. Students with a cumulative high school GPA of 3.5 to 3.74 are graduating with honors. These students are wearing white stoles to recognize their accomplishment. Students, When I call your name, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized. Audience, please hold your applause until the last name in the group is called. Sarah Davidson, Michaela Dees, Alexia Estes, Gage Hill, Adrian Gordon, Kendall Hill, Matthew Meyer, Savannah Reardon, Abigail Riley, Caleb Stratton, Olivia Turner, Madison Valley, and Catherine Wiley. Please join me in applauding these students' hard work. Students, you may return to your seats. Students with a cumulative high school GPA of a 3.75 to a 3.99 are graduating with high honors. These students are wearing white stoles with green lettering. Students, when I call your name, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized. Audience, please hold your applause until the last name in this group has been called. Trinity Aldridge, Clara Bradley, Preston Braswell, Jake Caldwell, Kara Durham, Joshua Gabbard, Cheyenne Grimes Kincaid, Harper Heffley, James Hickson II, Zachary Hurst, Braden Lambert, Emily Reed, Kyle Reed, Kaylee Skirvin, Casey Smith, Emma Stouty, Griffin Stouty, Luke Stouty, Lexi Taylor, Ashika Upala, Mallory Weatherby, and Holly Walford. Please join me in applauding these students' hard work. Students, you may return to your seats. Students with a cumulative high school GPA of a 4.0 and higher are graduating with highest honors. These students are wearing white stoles with silver lettering. Students, when I call your name, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized. And again, please hold all applause until the last name in the group has been called. Brooke Aldridge, Ella Andrade, Amada Tea, Craig Badger, Alexa Barker, Yamilet Batista, Eduardo Benavides, Jet Bradley, McKenna Briscoe, Maddie Brock, Darcy Burton, Caitlin Carmen, Lauren Crumbo, Courtney Kroom, Raphael Fricker, Elizabeth Gardenhire, Carson Graves, Abigail Hall, Grayson Harley, Harrison Hill, Julian Jacobs, Jay Joshi, Sarah Jones, Alexis Cruz, Joshna Kura, Olivia Lewis, Virginia Lyle, Gianna Maglamont, Olivia Moore, Peyton Oni, Olivia Onadu, Jack Parkinson, Sophia Parsley, Stevie Pulliam, Thomas Quarles, Diksha Satish, Mason Satterley, Kelsey Sherrard, Nicole Schaus, Tyler Smith, Sophia Stafford, Kobe Stouty, Emma Stone, Wade Sutley, Gabe True, Kristen Tucker, Kavya Vasudevan, Lilia Ware, and Anna Woolams. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, students. Please take your seats. AP Capstone is a diploma program from College Board. It is based on 2-year-long AP courses, AP Seminar, and AP Research. Rather than teaching subject-specific content, these courses develop student skills in research, analysis, evidence-based arguments, collaboration, writing, and presenting. Students who complete the 2-year program can earn the AP Capstone Diploma, an award valued by colleges across the United States and around the world. Students who earn scores of 3 or higher in AP Seminar and AP Research and on 4 additional AP exams of their choosing receive the AP Capstone Diploma. This year's AP Capstone Scholar candidates include the following scholars. Students, when I call your name, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized. And again, please hold all applause until the last name of the group has been called. Craig Badger, Raphael Fricker, Elizabeth Gardenhire, Connor Hill, James Hickson II, Jill Jacobs, Sarah Jones, Joshna Kura, Olivia Lewis, Jenny Lyle, Quinn Oney, Jack Parkinson, Sophia Parsley, Tommy Quarles, Nikki Schaus, Gabe True, and Madison Valley. Please join me in applauding these students and their hard work. Students, you may return to your seats.
At this time, we will recognize those students who have received a scholarship. Students, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all recipients have been recognized. We are very proud to report that this year's graduating class has earned scholarship amounts to this date of more than $4,600,000. Again, I ask that you please hold your applause until all the names have been announced. Trinity Aldridge, Brooke Aldridge, Ella Andrade, Craig Badger, Alexis Barker, Yamilet Batista, Eduardo Benavides, Cassandra Bentley, Natalia Barrios. Students, please remain standing. Aiden Bowman, Jet Bradley, Preston Braswell, McKenna Briscoe, Maddie Brock, Dakota Bryant, Darcy Burton, Audrey Butler, Jack Caldwell, Caitlin Carmen, Jesse Cathy, Damian Clifford, Kaylee Courtney, Lauren Crumbo, Courtney Kroom, Isabel Davis, Emily Davis, Michaela Dees, Kara Durham, Alexia Estes, Raphael Fricker, Eric Gabbard, Elizabeth Gardenhire, Carson Graves, Richard Greenwell, Abigail Hall, Harper Heffley, Harrison Hill, Gage Hill, Kendall Hill, Henry Hoffman, Jillian Jacobs, Evan Jones, Sarah Jones, Jay Joshi, Cheyenne Grimes Kincaid, Alexis Cruz, Braden Lambert, Virginia Lyle, Gianna Maglamont, Alexander McCain, Matthew Meyer, Olivia Moore, Eddie Nafor, Quinn Oney, Olivia Onadu, Jeffrey Parker, Jack Parkinson, Sophia Parsley, Colton Perkins, Stevie Pulliam, Thomas Quarles, Madison Quire, Savannah Reardon, Emily Reed, Kyle Reed, Abigail Riley, Diksha Satish, Mason Satterley, Kelsey Sherrard, Nicole Schaus, Kaylee Skirvin, Casey Smith, Tyler Smith, Josh Nakura, Sophia Stafford, Emma Stouty, Griffin Stouty, Kobe Stouty, Emma Stone, Olivia Strange, Caleb Stratton, Jack Sutherland, Wade Sutley, Mackenzie Thompson, Gabriel True, Kristen Tucker, Olivia Turner, Ashika Upala, Madison Valley, Lily Ware, Mallory Weatherby, Anna Woolams, and Oceana Sin. Please join me in applauding these students for their hard work. Students, you may be seated.
Good evening. Graduation is always a time for us to think about many words that we want to say. One of those, obviously, is congratulations to all of you students. You've done such an amazing job getting here, but there's a lot of hard work behind the scenes that you all know about to get you here. And it's also a time to say thanks, and thanks to all of those that have played such an important role in you all getting to this day. And in particular, I'm here today to say a few words of thanks about your principal, Mr. Greg Roush. Mr. Roush, as you all know, is retiring after many years of dedicated service to Franklin County Schools. And that word dedicated is so very important for us to think about today. To be a successful high school principal, you have to have love of students, and you have to have dedication to the task and to the craft. And Mr. Roush has dedicated his professional life to children and to this school for the last several years. I want to talk about that word dedication just in a quick story. 2 years ago, it was in the wintertime. We had had a very light snow that had fallen that evening, and I received a phone call from my wife who was driving by Western Hills High School and saw a fox in the chicken coop. And the fox had a chicken in its mouth, and I think there were a few other chickens that the fox had already gotten to. I know this is really brutal story. I'm sorry, I'm going somewhere with it. But my wife called me and said, there's a fox in the chicken coop up here at Western Hills. I placed a call to Mr. Roush, and Mr. Roush went immediately to the school with a shovel. And I want to say that Mr. Roush was ready to do battle with this fox. And this fox did not want to drop the chicken from its mouth, as I recall Mr. Roush telling me the story, and was ready to attack Mr. Roush. But he was ready and willing to go to war for Western Hills High School to save the chickens. And if that's not dedication as a principal, I don't know what is. That's right. Mr. Roush, I can't adequately sum up the love that this room and this wonderful arena is filled with for you today. But I think we all need to show our appreciation to Mr. Roush. Let's give him the proper ovation that he deserves. Thank you for your dedication, Greg Roush.
Years, and I get the story of a fox. There's not a better story out there that we could have shared. Thank you, Mr. Kopp, for those kind words. I'm going to break tradition a little bit and do some more special recognitions, and I guess because I can, but I think my job's been made easy because of dedication of staff members, and this year we have 3 staff members that have made a significant impact in Western Hills High School for many years. If you would please stand, Meredith Goins, Amy Wilson, and Bobby Welch. Ms. Goins and Ms. Wilson and Ms. Welch will be leaving us this year. Ms. Goins has been our choir director for 7 years. Ms. Welch has been with Franklin County Schools for 21 years. And Ms. Wilson has been with Western Hills High School for 19 years. So I think they deserve a nice round of applause. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lauren Crumbo, our senior class president, to address the senior class.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for the Western Hills Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. I'm proud to welcome all students, families, and staff tonight, and I'm so greatly honored to be speaking to you all this evening. 13 years ago, we walked through the doors of our elementary schools for the first time. Our parents cried when they dropped us off, and we sat next to little girls and boys who we had never met before. For the next 12 years, we built memories with each other that will last a lifetime. One of my favorite things about high school was seeing everyone that has been beside me for the past 13 years flourish into the most amazing people that I know. In the past 4 years, the class of 2021 has accomplished more than anyone would ever imagine, and some of which was during a global pandemic. Gabe True was the national science champion for Beta junior year. Carson, Kristen, Gianna, Maddie, Anna, Olivia, and Sarah led the girls' soccer team to be the 2020 district tournament champions. Luke Stouty started his very own military history club at Western Hills. Ashika Upala created her own business, and Josh Nakura was the 2020-2021 Kentucky Beta secretary. That is just to name a few and perfectly reflects the diligence and success of the class of 2021. As the final weeks of high school approached, I think we all started to realize just how much our lives are about to change. We have been through many, many transitions in the past 18 years, but nothing so far has been as life-changing as what is happening right now. As Mandy Hale put it, change can be scary, but you know what's scarier? Allowing fear to stop you from evolving, growing, and progressing. This transition is nerve-wracking, but we all have so much waiting for us in this next chapter. As we transition from high school to the real world, remember that you've made it through every hard day that you've faced so far. There's nothing that says it will be easy, but because of your ability to persevere, I have no doubt that all of you will be victorious. Face each day with strength, and remember that you are unstoppable. Hillary Clinton says, "Life is not easy for anyone. Sometimes you don't see the challenges on the outside, but every single one of us has both those and everything on the inside as well. Give it your all. Dare to be all you can be." I want to remind you all that it's okay to be scared, but we don't have to fear the future. We can face it with hope because good things are already there. Jeffrey Parker and Richard Greenwell are attending Midway University in the fall to continue their academic and athletic careers. Amelie Brooker hopes to attend flight attendant school, and Eduardo Benavidez will begin his journey through speed school at the University of Louisville. Evan Jones is going to AIT this summer, and after graduation, Lane Hill will begin working and training to become an electrician. All the hard work has been worth it. You are now the person you've dreamed of being all those years ago. With the help of classmates and teachers, we have all evolved into outstanding individuals since the beginning of high school. High school changes us. It helps us understand where we belong and who we are. It gives us our best friends and the people we remember for the rest of our lives. In the wise words of Troy Bolton, and change just a little bit, Western Hills is a place where teachers encourage us to break the status quo and define ourselves as we choose. It's a place where one person, if it's the right person, changes us all. Western Hills is having friends we'll keep for the rest of our lives, and that really means we're all in this together. Once a Wolverine, always a Wolverine. Thank you to our teachers who have helped us make this transition so smooth. You have been with us for 4 years, pushing us, inspiring us, and picking us up when we fall. I cannot put into words how appreciative we are of all of you and your hard work and dedication to loving and leading us through high school. To the families of the Western Hills 2021 graduating class, you are, with no doubt in my mind, the most appreciated people in this room today. From every choir concert, basketball game, and academic team match, you have been there supporting us and cheering us on. Thank you for giving us all you have and more. On behalf of the class of 2021, I thank you for your support and sacrifices and give you all of my love. To my classmates, if ever there's a tomorrow where we aren't together, there's something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you think, and stronger than you feel, and smarter than you think. The most important thing is, even if we are apart, I'll always be with you. Winnie the Pooh. I can't imagine spending the last 7 years with anyone else. Thank you all so much for trusting me this year and letting me lead you into this next chapter of our lives. I want to thank each of you for your individuality and all you have contributed to the class of 2021. These past 4 years have been amazing, and I will forever be grateful for the time we have spent together, the relationships we have built, and the memories we have made. How lucky I am to have something that says saying goodbye so hard, says Winnie the Pooh. And man, I must be lucky. Western Hills Class of 2021, you are my hardest goodbye. Today is the day that we hold hands as we walk out of this room, and our lives change forever. Hold on tight and never forget who has been there for you since the beginning. Thank you.
Each year, the seniors select a teacher to attend the honor book. This year's attendee is Mr. Ryan Hale. All the names are announced, and students earning honors, high honors, or highest honors will sign the honor book. Mr. Hale, at this time, will come up to the stage. Just the first row. Our first row will stand, please. Yes, sir. Brooke Catherine Aldridge. Trinity Lynn Aldridge. Ella Juanita Andrade. Ahmed Osama Ateya. Craig Lee Badger. Alexa Morgan Barker. Yamilet Batista. Kaylin Emerson Bay. Kyle Anthony Bay. Sailor Brock Bellingham. Eduardo Rafael Benavides. Cassandra Marie Bentley. Natalia Monique Barrios. Aiden Kai Bowman. Clara Lynn Bradley. Jet C. Bradley. Preston Reed Braswell. McKenna Lane Briscoe. Maddie Catherine Brock. Amelie Alexis Brooker. Dakota Shane Bryant. Darcy Joelle Burton. Audrey Marie Butler. Jack Allen Caldwell. Caitlin Lydia Carmen. Jessie McCrae Cathy. Luke Thomas Clark. Aspen Blake Combs. Kaylee Elena Courtney. Lauren Taylor Crumbo. Courtney Page Kroom. Roger No David. Sarah Grace Davidson. Emily Danielle Davis. Isabel Sean Davis. Alyssa Brooke Deaton. Michaela Corinne Dees. Joshua Cale Downey. Trenton A. Downey. Kara Isabella Durham. Abby Gail Epperson. Alexia Lynn Estes. Braden Tyler Eversole. Lucas Brooks Evans. Raphael Kieran Fricker. Joshua Eric Gabbard. Elizabeth Gail Gardenhire. Dalton Lynn Giles. Erica Gonzalez. Adrian Wayne Gordon. Dalton Hunter Gordon. Carson Brooke Graves. Richard Thompson Greenwell. Cheyenne Marie Grimes Kincaid. April Raylyn Haddock. Abigail Nicole Hall. Morgan Mary Annabella Hancock. Cheney Lynn Shoyun Harden. Grayson Kavanaugh Harley. Allison Marie Herod. Heather Marie Hartman. Harper Lee Heffley. Gage Michael Hill. Harrison Connor Robert Hill. Jackson Scott Hill. Kendall Catherine Hill. Lane Hill. James Lee Hickson II. Caitlin Marie Hawkinsmith. Henry James Hoffman. Zachary Dawson Hurst. Jillian Joyce Jacobs. Evan Coleman Jones. Sarah Kyra Jones. Jay Kumar Joshi. Sadie Paige Keithline. James Edward Cloud Kendall. Alexis Genevieve Kirk. Cody Wallace Knight. Joshna Servanthi Kura.
Alexis Rose Cruz. Braden Jeshua Lambert. James Tyler Lathery. Olivia Danielle Lewis. Sydney Ann Linton. Virginia Marie Fung Lyle. Gianna Pasqua Manglamont. Lincoln James Maddox. Alexander Lewis McCain. Nathaniel Wayne McKinney. Joshua Hunter Meese. Matthew Scott Meyer. Nicholas Xavier Hyatt Miley. Jacob Daniel Miracle. Nicholas Hayden Moore. Olivia Stockton Moore. Kaylin Nicole Mullins. Tamjong Eddie Nafor. Cooper Westcott Norman. Peyton Quinn Oney. Olivia Gashim Anadu. Jeffrey Rodriguez Parker. Jack Quinn Parkinson. Sophia Grace Parsley. Colton Wesley Perkins. Rasharia Brengel Phillips. Stevie Nicole Pulliam. Tyler David Purvis. Thomas Ryan Quarles. Madison Ray Quire. Savannah Grace Reardon. Emily Michelle Reed. Kyle Andrew Reed. Abigail Marie Riley. Jason Damian Rogers, Jr. William Paul Rudder. Stephen Alexander Rudich. Logan Connor Salzman. Austin Bailey Samples. Diksha Satish. Mason Cade Satterley. Damian Alexander Shanks. Logan Christopher Sharp. Kelsey Rayanne Sherrard. Madison Hope Shoulders. Nicole Susan Schaus. Kaylee Rain Skirvin. Casey Scott Smith. Sierra Dawn Smith. Noah Jaden Smith. Tyler Sean Smith. Sophia Catherine Stafford. Cody Scott Stanley. Emma Lillian Stouty. Griffin Zachary Stouty. Kobe Nicholas Stouty. Luke Jacob Stouty. Emma Chingjing Stone. Olivia Grace Strange. Caleb Wayne Stratton. Jack Douglas Sutherland. Wade Hell Sutley. Lexi Ray Taylor. Alan Jacob Templeton. Faith Anne Marie Thomas. Mackenzie Danielle Thompson. Gabriel Eric True. Kristen Cardwell Tucker. Aaron Turner. Olivia Dakota Turner. Ashika Upala. Tabor Jacob Valentine. Madison Shea Valley. Chance Kenneth Leon Varble. Kavya Vasudevan. Lily Janelle Ware. Vanessa Nicole Brooke Watkins. James Landon Way. Mallory Marie Weatherby. Carolyn Reagan May Weisler. Perrin Joseph Witt. Keith Donald Wickers. Curtis Wickers. Catherine Grace Wiley. Dakota John Willard. Dylan Kioki Withers. Holly Nicole Wolford. Blaine Allen Wood. Anna Nell Woolams. Memphis Allen Yount. Oceana Azul Sin.
Wow. Dear class of 2021, what can I say that can accurately describe not only the challenges and the times that you've had to endure, but the love and imprints that you have placed on our hearts the last 4 years. Not only have you had to forge through a pandemic that our world has never seen, but you've had to deal with many things the typical class does not go through. You started your freshman year off with what became known as the bathroom bandit that terrorized our school for many weeks. You've had countless lockdown drills, mostly practice, but some real. You've had hundreds of cases of hand sanitizer, thousands of masks that hid your beautiful smiles, and finally, over 700 of Roush's Good Morning Western Hills staff and students. Yes, my morning announcements. Congratulations. Congratulations on completing another chapter of your life. You have spent the last 13 years working towards completing this milestone of your life, and I've had the pleasure of watching you grow from a 14-year-old goofy freshman to an 18-year-old young adult. Many of you gave me the pleasure of being your first principal in kindergarten at Westridge Elementary School to being your last principal, walking you out as a senior graduate of Western Hills High School. Your class will be in the record books in many categories. Besides being known as the COVID class of 2021, you were a part of the first Distinguished School designation for Western Hills High School of 2016. Several district, regional, and state athletic victories, academic team championships, distinguished band and chorus members, Capstone diploma candidates, governor's scholars, hundreds of dual credit and AP college hours achieved, thousands of community service hours, and scholarship recipients of over $4 million. You've had to endure this pandemic in the history of our time. You've had to give up many traditions that most classes didn't have to do, but you did it. You persevered, and you're sitting here today as a graduate candidate. You figured out the Google Meets and the Zoom calls. You figured out how to wear a mask all day long. You figured out how to have fun, play sports, have concerts, and even have a prom that may go down as one of the best ever. Now, none of that matters after today. What matters after today is what you do tomorrow. A famous Indian scholar once said, "There is no end to education. It's not that you read a book, pass an exam, and finish with an education. The whole part of life, from the moment you are born to the moment you die, is a process of learning." So take the learning experiences that you have learned while attending Western Hills High School and make a difference. Whether you're in a professional career, a general laborer, serving our country, serving our community, no matter what you do, my challenge to you is to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Be the best at whatever you do. Good luck to you all, and I will dearly, dearly miss you. At this time, the alma mater has been recorded and was conducted by Ms. Stephanie Wallace and the Western Hills High School Band. Audience and graduates, if you please stand for the performance of the Western Hills alma mater. You will now hear the band in a pre-recorded rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone. Thank you. You may be seated. Superintendent Kopp, in accordance with the authority vested in me by the Franklin County Board of Education, in accordance with the requirements of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the State Department of Education, the Franklin County Board of Education, and Western Hills High School, it is my privilege and my pleasure to present to you this Western Hills High School class of 2021 as candidates for graduation from high school. I certify that to the best of my knowledge and belief that they have completed the required courses or will complete the required courses of study of merit, your awarding of these diplomas. Seniors, will you please stand? Mr. Kopp, and members of the Board of Education, I present to you the Western Hills High School class of 2021. Graduates, you may move your tassels. Congratulations, graduates. I would like to respectfully request that parents and guests remain standing until all seniors have exited the floor. Everyone be safe and have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.